Hello there and welcome. My name is Kylie Kane and we're back in the midst of a battle, a fight against Akira Sen. We need to defeat the Jedi or Sith armada that began to attack us. So we're attacking as far away from Akira as we can, because we know that Akira does have this like problem where if you disengage far enough from him, he won't actually attack, which is thing. I noticed this last time. So we're actually currently force waving everything we can. We force speeded, and we're basically disengaging from the fight until we have to be up next to him. And he is now re-engaged into the battle because oh shit. And we just got force pushed to the ground. And now we're trying to life support our way back through this. Oh, come on now. Come on. Come on. On force wave. Force wave. Come on. All right. Go to items again and go back to our life support packs. All right. Come on. Take them out. All right, hold on. We're almost dead. Like, we have just so much shit going on right now on the screen. It is kind of maddening. Apparently, actually have to strike the empty health folks to actually get rid of them. Come on. There we go. He's dead. He's gone. Remember, we cannot strike Akira until he is defeated. Okay, game. Do not do that again. Oh, my goodness. So what happened again, is it began attacking Akira when I clearly did not click Akira I've noticed that it's done mistargeting in the past. It's really frustrating when it does that. But we're surviving. We're making it. We're doing Master Flurries on this last Sith before we can finally attack Akira And now we can attack Akira directly and do some sort of damage, I believe. Fort 90. Do a force wave real fast. He resisted the force wave, and now he is, I believe, yeah, now he is attackable. Because what seems to happen is he does this little thing where his, okay, we have healed. Our new night speed.
I think I've been poisoned.
All right, we're waiting for the poison, waiting for this stun to pass, I guess. Go, stun's passed. Healed up completely. Now have force night speed. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can't do... It looks like we're just gonna have to keep life supporting ourselves till this fight ends. Or we're gonna have to do like last time and disengage and run a couple attacks. But it looks like we have won this. So we've won what I'm hoping is the last fight against him, but that's not to say anything. We've done three fights against him. And we're finally at what I'm hoping to be the last fight against him inside what looks to be the Korriban Wastes out here in Korriban itself against the Rakuten Empire. And now we have to fight our entire crew. The consequences of your embrace by my betrayer's teachings have wrought a great many horrors upon this galaxy. It's most evidence on how you shape the lives of those who follow you. Okay. They too bear the scars wrought by the lineage of corruption you have sustained. These are scars of war, of displacement, of slavery, and of death. They rightfully deserve vengeance, and here I will allow them to claim it. Okay. Do I have to actually fight them, or are they light side? I don't know, because all of these characters are light side characters. And now he pulls out his blade, and I think this is just a fight. Okay, it looks like we're actually fighting them. What the hell?
That is what a Jedi can do.
What the fuck, game? All right. We're just... I am very confused as to why the game would pit one character against 12 people at the same time. And most of them lightsaber wielders. Just asking for a friend. Who the thinks this is a good idea? I honestly cannot think of any of this as a good idea. Not a single bit of this makes any sense to me, because each one of them are doing a pretty significant amount of damage to me. And we're basically having to heal every time I turn around. Come on. Here we go. Get one of them down. All right, I got Juhani down. Now I got to get Bastilla down. Bastilla, if I can get Bastilla down, we'll be fine. All right, if I can get Bastilla down, we'll be okay. All right, we're almost done with Bastilla. But I don't understand why I have to fight them. All right, that's 3 down. Jolie is next. Gotta heal. Hold on, I gotta heal. We're gonna heal real fast. There we go. We are surviving longer as we're taking them out, though. Come on. Next one, next one. Come on, fight Jolie, come on. Come on, Jolie, come on. Fall for me. All right, Jolie is fallen. We're gonna heal again. One at a time. Right. All right, we're now fighting Shadow. Come on, one more hit, 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 one more hit. And she's gone. Okay. We need to do... All right, we need to take out... Remember, we can't even attack. We can't even attack Akira-Khan until all the enemies are defeated. Dalbar is actually using the special blade he's got, too. It's frustrating. He's not doing much damage to me. It's like 5 or 6 damage to me, but it's starting to chip damage up. Mission actually looks like she'll die in 2 hits. She did. Karth, please die in like 3 hits. Karth will die in like a few hits too, because he's not wearing his good stuff. We're going to toss a cryo banger. Let's do another. Do a toss frag grenade at their feet because they're not moving. It's only doing 10 damage apiece. It's not doing enough to care. Do a force wave. That'll stop them from attacking me shortly. All right, and I was able to take one out. All right, M4, T3, M4. Will you fall to me? Yep, T3, M4 falls to me. HK. Will you fall to my attacks as well? Force wave, force wave, force wave. Force wave. HK falls. Now Canderous, our buddy, our pal. Actually, the only one. We haven't used Canderous at all, I don't think. All right, Canderous fell. Okay, now we're waiting on... We're doing another night speed to get that speed back up. And finally, Akira-Khan is now vulnerable once again, and we need to use it. Come on. Pull up. Go, 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 go. Ah, shit. We're being attacked. All right. 17, 16, 16. Come on. I'm noticing that he's actually getting weaker on... Now, that did 19 damage, so we're going to have to heal. So, like, maybe I can defeat him before he has to heal. Come on. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. That worked. All right, Akira Khan is standing there in front of the Sith temple, staring at me menacingly. But he looks pained. He looks hurt. So he says, "So soon after this new beginning, is it fate that the end be forced upon me so quickly?" It's panting, breathing, panting. The game is saving and moving on to the next loading. Skies are dark. Still dying, it looks. No longer can we maintain our assault upon your mind. Even with a calling to empower us, its defenses are still upon our ability to break. You have defeated Akira Khan Sin, the dominant will. So the power of Brotherhood of Power will now be imparted to you, Kylie King. Akira Khan Sin, I do not want you. I will not believe your lies. You willingly embrace my betrayer's teachings, and have allowed them to spread their corruptions through a new generation of individuals. While the terrible sins I committed as the Dark Lord are unforgivable, I am no longer that same individual. I am Kylie Kane, and follow the way of the Jedi now. Perhaps there is some truth in your words. We cannot detect the presence of our betrayer's corruptions in you when we fought, yet merely discarded it as trickery on your part. Even so, our mission to rid the galaxy of their lineage of corruption has still failed. And all is lost in the Brotherhood of Shadow. The final remnant of the true Sith will no longer be, remembered only through the false writings in the Temple of Lies. Even from the very beginning, I see now as my failure which doomed us. I should have anticipated the advisor's betrayal. I should have rallied my Sith brethren against them before they could be allowed to spread their teachings. I cannot truly be the king of the Sith, for there are no Sith left to govern. I have lost, and I have betrayed them. No, they have not won, not yet. I fight the same evil as you, Akira Khan Sin, Sith Empire. Truly, even though I cannot continue the fight, you, Kylie Kane, will do so in my stead. One warrior into another. I promise you, I will not fail. And the burden of responsibility is now passed to you, Kylie, a greater being than I. The Brotherhood of Shadow will now pass from existence for a final time. With them goes I, the last king of the Sith peoples. Though I have one final request. Once more, before the time comes, I want to be my old self one last time. Within this mind, such as within my power, grant you this final wish. The box opened again, spreading light all across the world. Box he went back into. Inside my mind, apparently. Confused. That box was destroyed, right? That box was destroyed. So who is this? Akira Khan should be dead, right? Akira Khan just lays there, not entirely sure what's going on. After an eternity of torment, I, at last, have found peace. And the game saves. And it looks like we're done. Okay, we're standing there. We're standing there. And now we're back to... You're finally back. I was beginning to think I made the wrong choice when I chose not to follow Channing May as she was pursuing a fleeing Solomon. You seem no different, so I guess the Brotherhood of Shadow guys still couldn't defeat you. I defeated Akira Khan. Brotherhood is no more. And the tragedy of Orion isn't going to be repeated. You can call me relieved. I was too thrilled the idea of an empty galaxy. They are destroyed for now, but while this chamber is in existence, it's only a matter of time before they rise again. Why important we detonate the explosives I attach the key structure points of the chamber. Brings the next problem. Verbal doesn't seem to want to be our hero and refuse to detonate explosives now that Kobayashi is dead. You're a mechanic. Can't you do something? Verbal has a password protection mechanism that prevents anyone from accessing the behavioral core. After we took out the formidable, Kobayashi figured there'd be a lot of angry people in the galaxy who would want to get to us by any means necessary. Droid sabotage being one of them. Without this password, I can't do anything besides kick it and hurt my foot. All right. Do you have any ideas what the password could be? Not one, but Kobayashi was always an idiot when it comes to password. I doubt it's a random selection of numbers. To protect his droid companion, he would have chosen a password that to him was more than such a collection of letters. It would have been something that mattered to him, something that was special to him, something that he loved. It's Sarah. He loved it. Sarah. And now Sarah. We're playing as Sarah. All right. Let's level her up real quick. She is now automatically leveled up to 20. And she needs a weapon. I do not want to give her a weapon that's going to be, the yellow. I think I gave her the yellow lightsaber. And a short red one. A special short red one, I believe, is what I gave her. Problem is I don't know if her items are going to disappear when she goes. That would suck. All right, so we're chasing down. It looks like we're chasing down Solomon. Which is not in the direction I chose. At all. Damn. I went in the wrong direction. This is a long walkway. And I can see Solomon ahead of me. Okay? He is running. We have 4 speed. We have master speed. I don't know why I enjoy this so much, but master speed is so good. I don't know how long it lasts, though. It doesn't last long enough, I'm sure. But master speed allows me to run across these wastes just really fast. And we're almost catching up with the NPC, who is programmed to be faster than us. Oh. Wait. Seriously? Is he going to the same place where Akira-Khan Sen went? Yes, he did. All right. We're now facing Solomon. One-on-one combat. This was the cutscene, the dream that she had. One-on-one combat versus Akira-Khan Sen. Or versus Solomon.
The Korriban wastes, they are known and feared as wastelands of death. Yet I found a certain tranquility here that seems absent from the rest of this graveyard world. It has an individuality, almost an identity of its own. Fitting, then, that our reunion has taken place here.
Solomon, this has to end. How many more must suffer before you attain your true so-called revenge?
As many as is necessary, Shauna May. I don't expect you to understand what drives me in my pursuit of vengeance. Revenge is a concept that is unique to the individual, and we both know now that identity was something you sacrificed a long time ago to Revan's cause.
Do you not see the truth? Your actions haven't brought you peace. They've only brought you suffering. To yourself. To others.
Suffering is wrought through conflict, and conflict builds character.
Yes, but you have warped what may have been a noble goal into something different. Something that has changed you. You have sought revenge against Revan without giving thought to consequence, and has left you exposed. Your pursuit of vengeance has consumed you and has changed you into that which you fear the most, a shell. A shell which only knows revenge, and pursues it through a mean that betrays everything in the Jedi Master that once believed in it.
I am an individual with an identity to call my own. I am Darius Solomon, Ichani Battle Master, Jedi Master. My actions here are virtuous. I sought to avenge the woman who was manipulated, stolen from me, and then turned against me. A woman who was twisted from an individual full of life into nothing more than a tool of war. That woman, the child I raised, deserves vengeance. And since she is no more, I am the only one who can deliver her this justice.
And if you act in a memory of what I once was, then you realize that this is the least of all things she would wish for you.
You have no right to presume what she would wish. You abandoned her long ago. I am the only one who honors her memory. I am the only one who has not forgotten her.
Even so, your plan to use the Brotherhood of Shadow to kill Revan has failed. It's over. And no lie you tell yourself can ever change that. Let no more blood be shed.
You are right. This is over. But do not think even for a second that Revan will emerge unscathed. As Revan once claimed the life of my apprentice, so too will I claim the life of hers. I will deny her the tool of war that she has shaped from the child that was once my protege. It is, as they say, an eye for an eye. I would ask of you to prepare yourself, but it is in your own best interest to seek a release from the torments of your life. You who is without identity seek release through death.
I do not wish to fight you, but I will do what I must to defend myself. That's not the lightsaber I equipped her with. At all, actually. That's a lightsaber I don't own. Where the fuck did that lightsaber? Okay. Let's do insanity. And he's immune to insanity. Okay, let's do critical hit. It looks like critical hit worked. Or did hit, but it didn't do any damage. Let's go master speed. Alright, he did master speed. Flurry. Okay, so we need to run heals on him too. Okay. I was like, wait, can I run heals on her? Yeah, I can. Yeah, we can do flurry on her. She is doing 5 attacks with flurry, so that's fine. It looks like force attacks are literally doing nothing here. But she's doing 4, 16, 16, 16. So she's doing a decent amount of damage. And I think she just literally just won. The game has forced a save. I don't know who just fell. He's alive! Kobayashi is alive! Okay.
I need a vacation.
That you do, Kobayashi. That you do, buddy. He keeps slipping out in and out of consciousness. I'm no doctor, but I don't need to see that unless he gets medical attention immediately, he's not going to last for much longer. There's no medical facilities here. The walk to Dresde will be too much for him. Being a mechanic, I've only experienced fixing things that were never aligned in the first place. I feel so helpless. While this main chamber is still intact, we're all in danger of losing a life seal. We need to convince Verbal that his master's still alive so we can detonate the explosives. You're right. I fixed Verbal enough times to know how to deal with him. Let me try and talk some sense into it. Verbal, you're just the droid I've been looking for. I have some good news for you.
I'm not interested in anything you have to say, Orion Mechanic. With my master no longer functioning, I have no interest in the events that transpire within this galaxy. I prefer that you leave me here alone so that I can continue focusing all my efforts on gathering rust.
You know the feeling. I used to focus all my efforts into gathering rust, too. It was either that or be driven crazy by the work that needed to be done on the Orion. Upgrading droids, downgrading droids, fixing droids, salvaging droids. It went on and on and on. The moral of this story is never give up hope. If you give up hope, you're stuck repairing things for the rest of your life. Or until you rust. You just gotta hope, Verbal. You just gotta hope.
I will take your account to my behavior core, Orion Mechanic. Now leave me. I would prefer to apply hope to the current scenario alone.
There is no need. It's already paid off. Kobayashi is alive.
My master has started functioning again. But how, Orion Mechanic? How?
Kobayashi did always have more brawn than brain. It probably wasn't the first time he's getting sliced by a lightsaber by a crazed Jedi Master.
Orion Mechanic, I'd rather allow my own photoreceptors to assess the condition of my master and not depend on your inferior organic ones for an evaluation.
That's what I figured you'd say. Kind of love doing that voice, but God, it hurts. All right, let's see.
Master, your central chassis seems to be heavily damaged. Due to a lack of tools within the vicinity, I am unable to restore you to even a satisfactory condition.
Kobayashi, I don't know if you can hear me, but we need to destroy this temple central chamber. The explosives are set. We're waiting for he's waiting for your command. To tell him to stop being such a murglock and detonate the explosives.
Verbal, can you hear me?
Master, the volume of your vocabulator seems to be lower than usual. I suggest that you speak louder, or purchase a better vocabulator. May I suggest the SILV?
Just shut up and listen. For a moment, this place, whilst it's in one piece, is a threat to us all. To Mechanite, to you, to me, to Sarah. It needs to be destroyed. Detonate the explosives. That's all I ask of you. That's all I ask of you.
Sling, remember when we discussed who your credits would go to should the worst ever happen? This might now be the best time to make that decision. Do you hear me, Kobayashi? Kobayashi! It's on the threshold of life and death. I doubt it'll last much longer.
As per my master's request, I shall detonate the explosives.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Do you wish that I detonate the explosives now?
It's what I would prefer. What would you prefer?
Honestly, Orion Mechanic, I would choose to detonate them now. All this waiting, it is hardly the most efficient use of what little time we have left.
Mechanic, take Kobayashi and go on ahead. I will do what remains to be done. You don't need to tell me twice. I'm out of here. What he said. Come on, Kobayashi. I know the Korriban race ain't the safest of places, but it'll have to do for the time being. Enforce heal. Why am I not healing him? Okay. So, standing by myself now. Okay. Verbal is about to do the detonation. I'm going to talk to him.
Jedi human, I understand that I must now detonate the explosives to destroy this chamber.
Correct. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten, Verbal.
Droids of all designs have specific restrictions hard-coded within their behavioral cores. One of these restrictions is that they cannot self-terminate. However, due to a number of modifications within my behavioral core, I am willing and able to share the singular fate with the structure situated around me. To allow you to position yourself outside of the blast radius, I will deliver a countdown of 5.0 seconds before I detonate the explosives. I assume this will allow you to escape before you are disintegrated?
That should be more than enough, I hope.
If I may, Jedi human, I have one last query. You have decommissioned many droids before. Is there a place in the galaxy where we go when our cores become deactivated? Permanently? Perhaps a rust-free haven for droids, where we are permitted to choose our own lot in life?
Sure there is, Verbal. There's only one way for you to find out. Sure, it's all you wanted and more.
Then, as the Orion Mechanic would say, I hope such a place exists. I hope I manage to find my way there, and I hope I will enjoy it there. Goodbye, Jedi human.
Thank you, Verbal.
5.0
Shit.
seconds. You have 4.0 seconds remaining.
Shit.
You have 3.0
Shit. I don't know if I made it out. I didn't make it out in time. Oh my God. I fucked up. Oh, I didn't make it out of the chamber in time. All right, hold on one second before I do 80. Was trying to see if there was another thing in the room. There's not. No, I got stuck on a piece of scenery, And that piece of scenery killed me. All right, let's try this one more time. We'll skip the dialogue and make our way out.
Jedi human. However,
Okay, this should be more than enough. It's all I wanted and more. Go.
seconds remaining.
Run.
Seconds remaining. You have 3.0 seconds.
Go, get out! All we have to do is get out of the room. Journal entry added. Verbal is now dead. All right. I don't think we have any fights on the way out of here, but let's move on out of here. Doesn't look like we have any more fights out of here, so we're just going to walk out the chamber doors and make our way out. That was quite an experience, I want to say. And what I'm worried about is that we're not going to find. I wonder. Door to the Korban Waste. It is open. Okay. I was wondering if that side door had been opened. It was. This is the same entrance that. Oh, this is the same entrance that. What's her name? Let's go see if that fight. The fight on the bridge. The fight versus Solomon and our girlie. Successful or destructive? I don't know. Find out. Do we know? Do you know? I know that if I turn the right direction, I can actually see through the world. Kind of terrifying. This is like supreme 90s level jank as far as level design goes. And I'm not sure if this is because the tools weren't appropriate at the time that the guy was making them. But it does look hilarious in some ways. All right, Kobayashi is laying down, and it looks like our friends are standing there. Mechanic, nothing. Kobayashi is unconscious. Mechanic is not talking. Battle between the two Jedi or dark Jedi are fighting. Solomon, you've allowed the pace of this combat to be dictated by your anger. This has made your form careless and has reduced the efficiency of your technique.
I do not need lessons in combat from you. The techniques you use even now are derived from my teachings that you are not worthy to practice.
You do not need to do this, Solomon. It only seems to breed you more pain, more torment.
I will defeat you. I swore a promise to deliver justice to the one who you abandoned, and I intend to keep that promise.
What about Kobayashi? Does he not too deserve justice? Does he not too deserve vengeance?
The Arcanian? He was nothing more than a failed Padawan. He had nothing to offer you, nothing to teach you. It would be a waste of your efforts to seek vengeance for one so unworthy.
Then you underestimate him, as I once did. And she beats him with one final fell swoop. Solomon is defeated. I would feel bad for him, but I don't at all.
I wasn't strong enough to avenge her, to deliver her justice. I have failed myself. I have failed her.
The one you fought for? What was her name?
Her name was Shauna May. She was a young child who I had rescued from a life of slavery on Sliheron. I quickly recognized her potential in the Force, and so brought her into the Jedi Order as my first and only apprentice. Always was she eager to learn, devouring any knowledge that I imparted to her. She quickly grew into a formidable Jedi and a formidable woman. It is said that Jedi embrace serenity as a way of life, yet for we Ichani, it is battle that lay at the heart of our beliefs. And it was battle that called to her as the Mandalorian Wars ravaged a weakened galaxy. Driven by a sense of justice and integrity, she became a strong supporter of Revan's policy of Jedi intervention into the war. But she opened her heart to this calling without considering the consequences. She was manipulated by the one she followed and then transformed from an individual into a tool of war without an identity to call her own. She was Shauna May. No longer. She abandoned me. She had forgotten the child on Sliheron. Even
stares
when
out on
you
the-
at last learned of the truth behind your march to war and the sacrifice of identity which later followed, you still chose Revan over me. Why? Is Revan's grip over you still that strong? Does his manipulation still run that deep?
There is no manipulation, and I doubt there ever was. Choices I have made and the consequences which followed are my own. They always have been.
You didn't join the Mandalorian Wars and become a Sith out of choice. It was because of Revan's manipulations. You must accept that we are not the ones at fault here, as I have.
You're living a lie, Solomon. Please, let it go.
No, from the very beginning it was Revan. It was Revan.
Stands. I was shaped in the image of a proud man. I was trained every single day for many years in hope that I would become a greater being than he. Yet in thanks, I wounded him so deeply when I abandoned him for war that he could not simply accept the truth and chose to blame everyone else but himself. To the Jedi who led the movement, I had chosen over to even Revan. And over time, this truth was lost in the seething anger which now clouded his judgment, and he became nothing more than a shell of a man consumed by a false vengeance. Stand staring at her. I failed you, Solomon, as your princess, as your protege, and as the being you held worthy, and you deemed so worthy to surpass you. They stand over the cliff staring at each other.
Are wrong. You never failed as my apprentice. It was I who failed as your teacher. I just couldn't bring myself to accept it, and instead allowed my pursuit of this false vengeance to consume me, to shape me into this creature of hate. Jedi Master, Ichani Battle Master, I do not deserve such titles.
You have seen through your lies and have at last accepted the truth. There is strength to be found in this, Solomon.
No, not strength. These are just the revelations of a broken man, all too willing to cast the blame on others, yet keeping none for himself. At Terrace, it was the pursuit of vengeance that revived me, healed me, and granted a purpose to devote existence towards. Without it, I see now there is little left for me here. So then, Shadow, I ask of you, adhere to your master's will. Kill me. Kill me now.
Shadow, she was the tool of war wrought by the horror of the Mandalorian Wars. She has no more purpose here. She has no more purpose anywhere.
Then as Shauna May, the Jedi, the child on Sliheron, do your master one final duty and end his corrupted life forever.
She was lost at the Battle of Malachor 5. I am no more her than I was as Revan Shadow, the being without identity. Who are you?
Identity. It seems in these trying times its true meaning has become lost to me.
I believe the true identity of an individual is ultimately derived over time. It is shaped by the people we meet, like a mechanic. It is shaped by the choices we make, like Revan. And it is shaped by those who teach us through actions that life without identity is no life worth living, like Kobayashi. It was Kobayashi who made me realize this, through his kindness, his honesty, and ultimately, his death.
Kobayashi, that one is stronger than I had thought. He still lives, if only barely.
Kobayashi is still alive?
He is still alive. He has not allowed death to claim him yet. and clings to life out of the single hope that he will see you again.
But the nearest medical facility to here is at Dresde, and no one in his condition could survive the journey. It's hopeless.
Since Terrace, I have focused all my efforts on seeking a means to destroy. I have since forgotten what it feels like to concentrate my thoughts on restoration. It will be difficult, I think, but I will be stronger for it.
Solomon, what do you intend to do?
Matilda, the child on Sliheran, I was once your teacher. Now you are mine. A life without identity is no life worth living. So I will use what life I have left to heal Kobayashi. I do not do this to seek your forgiveness. See this only as a gift. From the last remnants of your old life to the new one that awaits you.
Solomon, you!
No, there is no more time for words. Every second I delay, Kobayashi comes closer to death. Bring him before me. I will do this now.
Or you could walk over to him. He's like 25 feet away. Bring him before me. Why don't you just walk over there? Your legs broke? Your legs don't look broke.
This technique, I do not know for certain if it will be successful. Kobayashi may be too close to death.
And we can only hope.
Hope. We shall see if it favors you, and if it favors him.
He begins the same technique as drain life, except in the opposite direction, draining his own life. Force into Kobayashi. As a light surrounds Kobayashi, Solomon falls down, probably dead, I hope, for the last time. I'm sorry. The fact that he keeps getting up is really frustrating. Thank you for everything, Darius.
Darius. A name I haven't heard from you in a long time. Not since you were a child.
His model is slightly in the ground.
I was a boy. I once heard an Ijani proverb. Death smiles at us all. All a man can do is smile back. At least I have found a reason to smile.
And as he said that, his eyes close. Scene fades to black. And we still have no idea if Kobayashi is alive. So, place your bets now, folks. We're going to race. The races begin. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a solemn scene. I know. Shadow, Chaname, Hilda stares out over the cliffside at the waste where the battle were fought. Holding her hands behind her back.
Are you enjoying the view?
Kobayashi speaks.
I don't know if it's the near-death experience talking, but there is a tranquility here that is absent on the rest of Korriban. I hadn't noticed it until now.
It's Akira Khan-Sen. Now that his spirit has finally found peace, these lands can no longer feed upon the hatred that was entombed here. The last remnants of that ancient betrayal have been swept away.
And Solomon, too, had a part to play. He chose to save the life of another at the expense of his own. I'm sure the Force took that as a cue to work its magic and rid this place of darkness, even if only for a time.
Solomon will always be here, as the last bastion of light on a world of darkness.
That sounds like a tough battle, but I guess Echani were always a little crazy when it came to war.
I will do what I can to honor that presence here, as one final gift to the man who once was my life.
I believe Mechanique is close to completing his scan. It shouldn't be long now before we find it.
I found it! The Orion! It's not too far from here! Kaname was the name of the Jedi long lost in the war. She made a choice and it cost her dearly, but she had no regrets.
Oh, so it's like that, is it? Then what do you want to be called? Kobayashi's already taken, if that's what you were thinking.
What will she say? What will she say? Sarah Dagana. She chose the name Sarah. Nice. So Sarah Dagana, I hope she gets my items back. The Brotherhood of Shadow has at last been defeated, and Devarius Solomon gained a new outlook on life before sacrificing it to save another from death. It's over, Revan. It's finally over. Speaking to me, by the way. It is now our paths must again be parted. I've decided to join with Kobayashi and Mechanic as they journey on the Orion. Sarah Dagana is no longer an alias. It's who I should be from this day on. Then I will leave you your new life, my friend. You again wage war to save the lives of others. Every conflict needs its sacrifices, and my loss of identity at Malachor was one of them. I have nothing left to give, so my role in your destiny is now over. No matter what happens to you, I want you to always remain true to yourself, no matter where your loyalties lie or which personality you choose to wear. As the galaxy will always need its heroes, its saviors, its champions. Goodbye, Revan, and may the Force be with you. Did you give me my items back? Did you get my items back? You have one of my items. Can I have it back, please? Sarah, I know you're walking away in the distance. I hope you realize that I'm now the Orion's captain. One of you will have the distinct pleasure of become the ship's mechanic. I have a supply store to manage, and besides, I don't think I'm worthy of that honor.
I hope it doesn't turn me into the whining, moaning piece of bantha fodder that you are, Mechanique. I'm just too vibrant a person to become that monster.
Well, that's what becoming a mechanic does to you, Kobayashi. You just have to accept it and get on with your new life. I did, and everything worked out fine for me in the end.
You maybe. Don't you forget, the only reason you're captain is because everyone else on the ship was a corpse.
Details, Kobayashi. What matters now is I'm the captain, nothing more. This life, this new identity, beginning to like it already. Oh my gosh. I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it. It's nice. Did she give me my items back? Brotherhood of Shadow, Solomon's Revenge. The credits play. If this leaves me in the middle of the Korban Waste, I would be aggravated. Cast credits. Okay, cool. I'm not going to read all that off because you guys literally know nothing of anybody. I see the grave of Darius Solomon. I lost some items, but she did give me my Eridu. She did give me my items back, so that's good. So let's check the grave of Solomon Darius. The stone marks the final resting place of Darius Solomon. There's an inscription that says, "Rest," that reads, "Darius Solomon, savior, mentor, enemy, friend." All right. And that's it. There's a skeleton that lays on the ground. That's, pilfer it because you know why. It's got the non-canon key. What is the non-canon key? Show new items. It has the mysterious words. It has the words non-canon. What does it do? What does the non-canon key do? Does it allow me back into the... I don't know what the non-canon key does. This direction takes me back out to... Okay, takes me back that way. Place we just exploded. What does the non-canon key do? I'm gonna have to look online for what the non-canon key does. Oh my word. Yeah, we have to walk all the way back. We are literally walking our happy ass back to the rest of the game. Through the Korban Waste. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Wow, game. Wow. I just... By myself, too. Is that what we're doing now? How now, brown cow, do I get out of... My partner is laughing at me because I have, honest to goodness, no idea where I'm supposed to go. I think I'm supposed to go to the cave. So I'm going to walk towards what I believe to be the cave. This looks like a cave. So why would the game do this to me? Leave me out in the middle of nowhere with no way back to the Ebon Hawk. No quick travel back to the Ebon Hawk. No quick travel back to even the place we were at before. Game is rude. We're back in the mining tunnels finally. Rude. It's rude. Let's check this backpack. They give us the items. And we're actually going to explore the rest of the mining tunnels because why not? It's not like we have anything else to do. And we know there's some crazed miners down here, but we are slightly stronger than we were then, I think. One thing I will say is I wonder if there's a mod or if there's a thing I can do to like an accessibility thing to remove the weird texturing that happens if you use force speed. Hello, Takanta. Let's save it real quick because Matilda is standing in here and I don't know if I was supposed to see her earlier or not. That's hilarious. There's a Matilda standing here. It's a bug. I know it's a bug, but I think I was supposed to run into her earlier. We found some corrupt circa miners. Easy experience, I guess. I said easy experience, I guess. The game then crashed. I'm done with the mod and the game's like, yeah, nah, we gonna crash. Okay, so I've got to actually go the way I came in. Because the game will crash if I'm not careful. All right, so I believe I came in this way. No, it's a crazed miner. I came in this way. We got to look out for crazed miners. What we got to do? We have to make sure we run into none of them because otherwise the game will crash. No crazed miners here. The crazed miners will crash the game. My partner just looked at me and asked me why. I have no idea why the crazed miners will crash the game, but the crazed miners crashed the game. I think I actually don't have a clue why the crazed miners crashed the game, but assuming we can get out of here without running into any of them, we won't crash the game. That mine was notorious with problems causing crashes, so getting out of here is probably a good idea. I noticed also something else I noticed, and if you're playing the game, one, you're going to end up using cheats. Just be aware of that. I don't know if it's possible as Revan to beat what's his name? There are two characters I don't think it's possible to beat. At least if you're going to go Counselor. You go Counselor, it's actually nearly impossible to beat Akira Kansen and nearly impossible to beat Mandalore, because Mandalore is completely immune to most attacks, most force attacks, which if you're a consular, that's what you're using. And he's also completely immune to, and also Akira, I said Akira Kansen and Mandalore are both nearly completely immune to it. So just be aware, you're probably going to sit in a situation where you literally cannot do the damage you're looking to do. And that is even if you pumped all of your abilities into wisdom and charisma. So just be aware of that. If you're aware of that, then you should be good to go. Anyways, we have one apartment door we could not open, but now that we have security, let's see if we can open it. I want to open this apartment door and see what's in here. It was a locked apartment door with a footlocker.
No problem.
Let's unlock it. We actually unlocked it. What does it got in it? Mandalore's math, Sith Advisor robe, Sith Advisor math, and the sword of Akira Kansen. Sorry. The fuck? It's got damage bonus dark side. It's got DC 30 of poison damage. It's got improved bonus feats, critical strike, and critical bonus. Yeah. Okay. See what the Sith Advisor robes are. A Charisma 3. And they're not dark side robes. They're Wisdom 3 versus my Talana robes, which are Wisdom 2. Which, okay, I'm going to keep the Talana robes. What was the headpiece I got? The headpiece I got, of course, I got Darth Revan's mask. Sith Advisor mask is you focus, force focus control, force focus alter, and immunity to mind effect. What is it? 20. All right, let's see what we look like. Okay, straight up, we look dope. Like straight up, we look dope as hell. Does this make us like dark side though? No, it does not. I don't. Okay. It's strong. It's strong. It's stunk. It's very strong. All right. So with that said, we're done with the mod. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna end up using this particular weapon. I think I'm gonna give this to one of my compatriots. But I am very happy to have it. I am gonna keep on the Sith Advisor mask. Teliana's robes are dope as hell. And I just want the model to be checked out. So that might be something I end up looking and see if I can do. Is swap the model for Teliana's robes to one of the other robes, to one of the other models, maybe with one of the Sith Seer robes or something like that. And I'll need to ask one of the forums to see if I could swap out the model, because the model looks like really dumb. It looks like the Revan model, so I really don't like the way it looks. But it's done. It's done, y'all. We're back on the Ebon Hawk, and I've healed up. And we're about to take a moment of pause, take a breath of pause, breathe, because we finished it. You're done. Next episode, we go back to Korriban. We start the actual Korriban quest with Karth and HK on our side. No more Shadow. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. This has been episode 35, 34, 35. I think it's 35. And it was a blast. It was a blast. It started off in the middle of combat. We rocked and rolled. We kept moving in. And we're just doing it, my friends. You have yourself a fantastic day. Remember to give your mother a hug. Talk to you next time here, The Verse.